In this video, we're going to go over problem 6 of lesson 4.1. Share my screen here. This is what the problem is that we're doing. I want to talk a little bit about it before we get started. This is data that has been collected on wait times in procedures, heart surgeries. Angioplasty is a technique in which they put a stent, I believe, in an artery and expand the stent around where the blockage is. And bypass is where they actually take a piece of vein somewhere from your body and put it into your heart, sew it into the heart to bypass where the blockage is. But in the study that they had, there was 847 procedures of angioplasty that was done and 539 bypass surgeries that were done. And they looked at the wait time that it took from the time that they signed up to have a procedure done and was actually completed. They had to wait 14 days for angioplasty, that's the median, and bypass surgery was 13. The mean was 18 days wait, and the mean for bypass surgery was 19. Now let's just stop there for a minute. We've talked about positive skewed, negative skewed before, and this is just pieces of data from a distribution. We're not giving you what each entry is. We're not giving you the raw data. We're just giving you the mean and the median. And they want to talk about the mean and the median for each one of these. Now, before I get down and answer some of these things, let's just do a little bit of review. Since the mean is greater than the median for angioplasty, 18 and 14, 18 is greater than 14, that means that the distribution of the raw data behind these values, this indicates that that distribution is right skewed or positive skewed. So we see that since 18 is greater than 14, the distribution of the raw data behind here is positively skewed, okay? The same for bypass surgery. Since 13 is less than 14, or the mean is greater than the median, we say that the distribution for the bypass surgery is positively skewed, okay? We can just see that from here. And that's a review of what we've already talked about. Now, notice something else. That since the mean is 4 days difference between the mean and the median here, and 6 days between here, 15 minus 19 is 6, 6 days here, that the positively skewed bypass surgery is more pronounced than that. That's just looking at the data. So now let's go down and fill in the rest. Both means are greater than the prospective median, suggesting that both distributions are positively skewed. Okay? Just reviewing the data. The fact that the mean is greater for the angioplasty and the mean is greater for the bypass, it suggests that the median to mean increase is, well, 4 here, 6 here, is greater in the case of the bypass surgery, suggesting that the positive skew is, we've talked about it, is more pronounced for the bypass surgery than for the angioplasty. Well, that problem is more or less a review of what we've already talked about, but puts it in perspective.